Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. This one is for my Double Trouble series, which means I'm doing a 2-page 12 by 12 spread. And I have to preface this by saying it's going to be a little bit hard to film this one. As you can see, I've got lots of glare happening over here and kind of a weird lighting slash sheen situation. That's because this paper is totally metallic. It is gold metallic paper from Stampin' Up, and it makes it a little hard to film because of the way the light reflects off it. So you're going to see some glare. There's really no way to avoid that. I've tried different positions of the cameras and things, and it just happens no matter what. So I'm just gonna roll with it today. The photos that I have are from Diagon Alley in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Orlando. And these particular photos were right at dusk. So it was becoming evening and the lights were starting to come on. And that's part of the reason why I chose this gold background, is because I think it brings out the lights really well. And I've separated the photos already into what I think I want for the left side and the right side. So here's some more photos. You can see here the lamps are coming on. There's Gringotts. There's Madame Malkin's with Hermione's dual ball dress in the window. And then some more, you can see the lights coming on here. So those are the photos I have to work with. It's quite a few, so this is going to be a very full layout. And I think, as usual, I'm just going to start with the left side. So I have my photos, but I don't really have much else picked out or planned. So this one might end up going a little longer. I'm not sure. But I do have lots of little pieces of things left from all of the Harry Potter themed papers and stickers and embellishments that I had. So I'm hoping that I can take some of those and make them work here. I mean, if I haven't, I might as well use it up, right? So that's my goal as I start this layout. So I'm doing something on this layout that I don't do a lot, and that is have some photos that are kind of off kilter. I tend to be a very linear scrapper, meaning that I like things to have clean lines. I like them to kind of, follow some kind of order. So this is out of my comfort zone a little bit by doing that, but I think it'll be better because I've got everything so lined up in left alignment here from top to bottom. And I do want it to have some visual interest, so I think that's what I'm going to do with this side. Now that may not end up matching with whatever I do on the other side, but for now I'm going to assume that this is my design and I will go with it. I did find some scraps of this particular paper. So if you look real closely, you can see it's Harry flying on a broom, probably playing Quidditch or something, and it's got a Gryffindor scarf. And I'm a Gryffindor, so I think that's perfect. And the colors match pretty well here because there is some kind of dark red and maroon happening, and there's definitely gold. So I'm going to work that in somehow. I think maybe behind one of these photos, probably this one, there's just more room down here. So I'm going to attach the photos, I think, and this, and then I'll just see where to go after that. I've attached the photos here and it looks really blank to me. So I think I need something maybe in here, either an embellishment or some words or I don't know, something just to liven this up a little bit, and maybe some bling over here. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I'm thinking right now. So I'm gonna go look through my stash and see what I find. When I went looking through my stash, I found this. It's a tag I bought from, I think it was a Peachy Cheap deal where you got a ton of tags, and I think these are 2 to 3 years old at least, so I've had them forever. Didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I think it'll work well here because it's got the glittery gold polka dots. It's got some, I don't know if you can see that really well, it's got some gold fiber in the strings here that make up the ends of the tag, and I don't know that I'll keep those totally, or maybe I'll have to tuck them behind, but I'm thinking maybe have it coming out behind this photo. Now, the problem is I've already glued this down, so I'm gonna have to try to pry it up a little bit and hope that I don't rip the paper or that the finish comes off or whatever. Any number of things could happen, but I'm gonna try it because if it goes badly, hopefully I can cover it up with something else. But I do think that this would add something to the design. I was able to tuck this behind the photo, and then I decided to keep the strings here trailing off, and I put just a little bit of adhesive on there to hold these down so that they'll stay in place. And so far I'm happy with that, but I do still feel like I need something here because while this added color, it's still kind of blank. And I think I probably want something blue, maybe, because I've got this bright blue here. There's a little blue in this guy's shirt over here, more blue here, just to bring in some more color. So next up is something blue. That's what I'm on the hunt for right now. Well, people, sometimes the universe just hands you something good. I was going through some really old pieces that I had in my stash, and I found these. I had gotten a paper pad years and years ago, and it's like this blue, a really bright pink, kind of a lime green, those kinds of colors, and a bright orange. And then it had a page full of words that you just punch out, and these were in there. So I got lucky. I have to use these. So I think what I'm going to do is place them in here somewhere. Something maybe like that. I don't want to cover up the dragon there. Maybe a little bit above. I'm not quite sure, but I'll mess with it and decide how I want to put them on there, but I think that will add a nice touch of color. I adhered the words on here, and I'm very happy with that placement. So for now, I think the left side is done. I may go back and add some bling or something down here, but for now I want to keep this as it is. I don't want to mess with it too much more. So that side is done, and we move on to the right side. This is the photo placement that I think I'm going to use for this right hand side. And now I'm extra glad that I did some photos off kilter on the other side, because this design on the right side is very, very linear, very much straight lines. Yeah, nothing off kilter here really. So I'm going to go with this, and then I do have 2 more strips of this paper left that matches the other side. So looking at this initially, I'm thinking one down here, there is space for it, and this one, I'm not sure. The one on the other side is about here, so it would work, visual triangle, to go from here to here, here. So maybe here or up here, I don't know. Since I don't know what I'm doing with this space yet, it makes it kind of hard, but I will start with this one, get the photos down, attach this one, and then I'll figure it out from there. So I have everything adhered onto this page, and when I was done with that, I went into my stash again to figure out what I could use here. And at first I thought it was going to be some of my Harry Potter stickers or embellishments or whatever, because I still have quite a bit of that left. But I didn't find anything that I thought really filled the space well. And so then I thought, well, I'm going to look at my cards, because I have a bunch of Harry Potter themed pocket cards as well. Didn't find anything in there either that I thought would match with the color or with the theme that's happening here. So then I went into my regular cards, and lo and behold, I have this one, Make More Magic, and it's even got gold foil, and it's blue. It's not the same blue, but I think it'll be okay. It's lighter than what's here, but I don't care. I'm gonna try to make it work. On the back it says Shine, and I was hoping it would give me a clue as to where I got this, but I'm just not sure. I'm wondering if maybe it's a citrus twist kit? I don't know. I've gotten a few Allie Edwards ones, and maybe it was in there. I don't remember. I wish I did. But whoever made it, thank you very much, because it's going to work on my layout right here. I've adhered the card, and when I was placing it, I decided that I would use this other strip up here. It overlaps a little bit on the Gringotts picture, but that's fine. It doesn't bother me. I kind of like it. Actually breaks up the pattern. And then these align perfectly at the bottom, and then this is flush with the piece of paper. So I like how that turned out. One thing I do have to mention is you have to be really careful with this paper, this metallic paper, because look what happened. Somehow I bent the corner down here. Didn't even realize I had done it. I'm hoping that once I have it in a page protector, that will flatten out a little bit, but you can see the crease really well because of the finish on the paper. So maybe on a piece of cardstock you wouldn't notice it as much, but here you can really see it. So I'm just gonna have to hope that once it's done and in the album that flattens out and that nobody notices it but me. So I do want to add one more thing up here. I was feeling like there's not enough blue on this page to match the other one, and I found this in my stash, and I believe this is from Cocoa Daisy, from one of their past kits. And so I think I'm just going to adhere it right here, and then I'll have to figure out something to probably stamp in there. I don't know that I would write, but I'd probably stamp. I dug through some stamps and I decided to use this set, and I went with this one. It says the best things in life, but I didn't want the in life part, I just wanted the best things. So I only stamped that part, and that's how it came out, which I'm very happy with. I like it. So I am going to adhere it right up here. There's kind of some dead space up here anyway, so that's a good spot for it. Plus it brings in that blue. So there we go. I'm going to quickly move some things out of the way here so that we can see this layout side by side. So I'm going to bring back the left page here. Here we go. So I do like the way that they work together. And this definitely needed to be sort of wonky here, because otherwise I think it would just been too many straight lines. I've got a little bit of bling here added in. Sorry, that's my cat, which I think helps. And then some of the blue elements, they're not all the same blue, but there's, you know, a lighter blue here. There are different elements of blue enough that I think it works. So here's close up of the left-hand page and the right-hand page. So I am quite pleased with that. I'm actually not going to add any bling. I could always add it later if I wanted, but right now I like the way it looks just the way it is. So I'm going to call this one done. Thanks for watching, everybody.